On today's episode, I'm going to show you 5 JHS pedals that I personally killed. Should I feel bad about it? Should I not? I don't know. You be the judge. You might be asking, what does it mean when Josh says he killed a JHS pedal? Well, it means that I discontinued that pedal, and it happens for different reasons. I'll go through those as I go through each of these pedals I killed. First up is from 2013. It is the Banana Boost. This is a full range to treble boost pedal that as you turn the blend pot, it lets you kind of choose either or the betweens. Really good pedal. Always a favorite circuit of mine, but it just didn't sell that well, so it went on the chopping block. It started back in 2008 when I lived in Jackson, Mississippi and accidentally started this company, and it was this first one ever built here. Hand-painted enclosure by a girl named Megan Meyer, and if you notice, it says JHS Pedals with a sticker, and I clear-coated over the hand paint and the sticker. Real profesh. Anyway, the first hand paint ever made. We used to do those with our custom shop in various models, and then it kind of evolved into the stamped versions. There's a couple, maybe 3 versions of this. And you notice it's done with a stamp, it's not printed on. Slightly different logos on the heel as I was experimenting with branding. But yeah, it ended up looking like this. Nice and printed, names under the knobs, and full of rock and roll. Next up is a pedal that I killed in 2012. It was a really good year, but not for this pedal. The JHS All American Distortion Fuzz. It's more of a distortion because it's based on the ProCo RAT. Now, I'm gonna be really honest. There's a lot of versions here in front of me. I'm gonna show them to you. I basically know what happened, but I'm a little too lazy to open up the backs and verify my thoughts and memories. So if I'm wrong, at least I'm wrong. It started like this. A RAT that I had when I worked at a music shop in my early 20s. I modified it once I got into pedals. This would have been 2006 or 7. I don't really know. But 308 toggle, changed all kinds of parts, basically defaced and ruined a vintage RAT. Moving on from that, I built one from scratch. I lived in Tupelo, Mississippi, and I sold a few of these on consignment at a guitar shop that was downtown. It looks cool. I've never used these knobs on anything else, and I like the blue. Notice the typewriter stamping. This is right as I figured out to hand stamp with ink. I didn't have icons yet, but you can kind of see where I'm going there. Yeah? Then we shrink it down. The version 2, a different icon. I found this stamp at some kind of craft store. I don't remember. And you could have different colors. That's back when we were kind of like Burger King, like have it your way. Then we got really fancy and did a hand paint version. And it's a hamburger on a mustard colored pedal. And it's a distortion that's American, the ProCo RAT. There's a lot of things there you're not getting, but I understand them and that's fine. And then we had the final stamped version and then into the printed version. And then just one more cliffhanger for you all. There's something that was never released. I found it in the lurches far in the storage of this shop. It was called the Patriot. This is proto number 2 that Nick actually built and forgot existed. He signed the back plate in September of 2012. The Patriot Morning Glory All American combo. So it's kind of like a blues breaker RAT thing. Anyway, I'm exhausted now. Let's listen to this. This pedal met the end of the road in 2014, and to be honest, it made me a little sad, but the sadness gave birth to innovation and a new product, technically a version 2 of it. Let me not get ahead of myself. The Warble-Tron. This is a photo cell, vintage style univibe chorus vibrato. One of my all-time favorite sounds. You see me talking about univibes on the show all the time. So I first did these 2013 or so, and they were hand stamped. See, the ink's a little messy, the case like that. And the inside of those is like kind of wacky. It's just a really small board, a lot of wire, completely hand built on a hand etched board. Then you end up with this nicer PCB a year later. And yeah, this was actually built by Nick Laux. Nick, you're just building all kinds of pedals, man. How's it feel?
Those were dark, mysterious times.
A fun story with this pedal is one of our first winter NAMMs ever, kind of as we were putting on our big boy pants as a company. This guy walks up to the booth before the show ever starts, and it's Paul Reed Smith. He has his in his hand, and he says, it was actually a hand stamped one, and he says, Josh, this is one of the best univibes on the market, and I'm a univibe nut. He like goes on and on about vibes. So that was really cool. It was a big honor, and I have a note from him somewhere. I lost it, to be honest. I looked for it. Anyway, there's also this hand-painted version back when we did stuff like that. After we discontinued that, we released the Unicorn, which is essentially the same exact circuit with tap tempo. And that had never been done, to put the tap tempo speed system into a true photo cell univibe. We also released a children's book, which my wife and I wrote, and Nick and another guy, Philip, one of our graphic artists, did all the illustration for. We have boxes of these, and they're just rotting downstairs. Then we have the V2, the Unicorn. So that's kind of what happened there. Let's play this guy. This one right here. By getting rid of this one pedal, it actually caused a chain of effect that caused me to get rid of 6 pedals. The JHS Panther delay. A lot of you don't even know this exists because you're new to the game, and that's okay. We welcome you here to the show. Let me go through how this started, how it ended, and then what came after it. It's a long story. I'm going to try to do it quickly. It started out with the pink Panther sometime in 2008. I really don't remember. Then we had the Panther delay, and it was a big deal. Notice it's stamped here. Most of them looked like this. No one had done this feature set except for one other company called Diamond, and we were really proud of it. We were very small at the time, and it took a lot of manpower to pull this off. So we did it. That's the stamped version. There are very few of the printed versions. So if you see these, they're really rare, they're magical. You should probably mortgage your house and get one. I don't know. Then we were like, let's shrink that thing down and make the Panther Cub. Get it? Panther. Panther Cub. It's a smaller, anyway. Yeah, so we did that. Then there was a revision to the Panther Cub. This is it. They look the same, but they're not. This says 1.5 on the heel. The more you know, guys, the more you know. Then we're like, the Panther Cub's not cub enough. Version 2, shrink it down. Then we bring back from 2008 this pedal that was killed, and we make it again in the small format enclosure, the Pink Panther. And then one day I came to work, and MGM, the movie company, had a letter delivered to us and said, please stop using our Pink Panther icon and name. And it turned into the Lucky Cat. So this could honestly be a whole other episode, but the point is, this one death was actually 6. Let's listen to it. This is the last one. It's the last sad story of the day. And as I'm about to show it, I'm realizing that a lot of these pedals I discontinued are really good. They're very good. They might be better than stuff I'm doing now. I'm having a lot of personal doubts. I'm second guessing myself left and right, but I'm not gonna really let that show because the last one's really exciting. It's the JHS Pedals Klon Replica. This was from 2008 through 2012, and there are 4 versions. This is the rarest. It's hand painted with the Centaur Horsey Man, and they go for a lot of money. I've seen these go upwards of $800, which is horrifying to me. I just want to let that be known. Not a big fan of that price tag. But I stopped building it because as I was building this, I had a conversation with the creator, Bill, and we talked about the Klon. He told me all this cool stuff, why he did the original Klon, why it was so expensive, people were flipping them, he didn't enjoy that. And he had a website up at the time, and he said, hey, I'm gonna put this out eventually, I'm gonna do something else. And I said, hey, the moment you start building yours again, I'm out of the game. And in 2012, I bought this from the Guitar Sanctuary in McKinney, Texas, and immediately discontinued this pedal off of our website, and I'm really proud of that. You can get a lot of Klon replicas all over the place, but these were made at that time and that time only. There are a few different versions. The first ones I ever made were in a plain enclosure like this. So no paint, stamped, and yeah, I don't know how many I made. Then I got really fancy, and I'm like, oh, this plain silver is not good enough. Let's do powder coat silver. So I do that, same circuit, and then we went to this color. Now, there's a switch in here somewhere where the PCB turns green and it's a printed circuit board as opposed to an etch board, but I don't really remember. These were what we were building, and you could do custom colors at the time. But we killed it in 2012, and you should go buy a KTR. Let's listen to this guy. Today's record time is brought to you by the War on Drugs 2017 release, A Deeper Understanding. Adam is an amazing writer. He produces his own music, and the band on this record is fantastic. I wanted to say, like, these are my favorite songs, but really, every song on this is so good. All of the records before this are great. So if you haven't heard of the War on Drugs, you must check them out. It's like if Bob Dylan and Tom Petty and Paul Simon all somehow got together, and I don't know how that works, and something was made from that, and then you just end up with this record, and it's like driving down an endless highway of dreams. I don't know, you just need to listen to it. Inside is this pull-out poster. It's really, really cool. It's a shot of Adam sitting at his pedal board doing guitar overdubs, and if you look closely, there's a pedal board, and on that pedal board is a pedal that I killed or discontinued, the JHS Bun Runner 2-in-1 Fuzz. He has used it for years and years and years. He loves the germanium tone bender side. This is for another episode though. You just need to check it out. Let me know what you think about the War on Drugs. What's your favorite song? What's your favorite album? And let's just do that in the comments today. Thanks so much for watching this episode. I want to give a big shout out to our patrons. You're awesome. If you're not aware of that, or you're very curious about all this chatter with our Patreon, click that link in the description below. You get an exclusive video every month where I dive deep into one of these subjects that I cover in the weekly Thursday episode. You also get exclusive giveaway offers and merch offers, all kinds of stuff, and a sneak peek. So you're gonna know about next week's episode before anyone does. It makes you special. Also go to thejhsshow.com. There's all kinds of cool stuff on there you need to see. If you like this episode, hit like, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon to get notifications of all of our episodes. Until next time, have a great day and love your pedals, because they might not always be here for you or me. I don't know.